Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your July full moon reading. This is for all Gemini placements or whatever attracts you to this particular reading. However, for those with Gemini rising, the information about the full moon happening on the 14th of July in late Capricorn will be most useful to you. So Gemini risings are going to feel the impact of this full moon in the area of their shared resources and obligations, the places where you build and maintain your resources, grow your resources, your money, anything that you share with significant others, and obligations. So that is your 8th house, and that is what is most likely for this very general reading to be impacted. So I want to thank all of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, commented, and donated to my channel. I thank you greatly. And let's get started with your overall energy for Gemini. And we have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands indicates a lot of rapid movement in communications, in messages, in discussions, in even larger efforts or actions that you are undertaking with other people. So this is usually indicative of a very busy time for you. The full moon may be amplifying up the information that you are receiving about your resources, investment opportunities, savings plans, loans needed to be taken out, or even just communication about the long-term prospects or discussions, therapy regarding your relationship health, your personal health, your relationship health. So this is a wonderful time to seek out counseling or help with more long-standing emotional challenges, communication challenges, looking at behavior patterns around the way that you express your ideas or are open to the ideas of others. Ultimately, these efforts are intended, this time is intended to support the efforts that you make with other people. So in your past, or the amount of time that's prepared you for the second half of July, which is the time frame for this reading, is for Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Judgment card. Yeah, very much I feel the energy of you contemplating, holding forth, and being very cautious about your physical and material resources. So really looking at the work that you've done to gather your resources as part of a stabilization that you're very conscious of and you're very much desiring. So you feel that you have a foundation from which to manage or strategize or plan new ideas, new opportunities. So you're coming out of a place of practical strength and security. The King of Swords is indicating your openness to not only new ideas, new versions of the truth, new perspectives on what it is that you have or what it is you desire to build, but it also is indicating this facility with discussions, communications, and expressions around implementing your truth, applying this new inspirations, these new ideas, new concepts to your physical foundation, your material foundation. The Judgment card overall is really dominating the immediate past by indicating a new opportunity that has arisen to you as your response to the call of spirit. And that call of spirit is something that you have been in the process of answering for some time. However, you now feel secure enough to move in the direction of a renewal, a rebirth, having beyond a new chapter. It is almost like living a new life, being reborn. And this gives you the opportunity to redo some significant episode in your past, some significant relationship that did not work out as planned or as you had hoped. You now have a chance to redo this opportunity, to try again, to do something correctly this time, through this deeper understanding that not only do you have a purpose, so do the others involved in this situation, so that there is a larger plan and you now perceive your aligned role in the situation in order to bring it to a successful conclusion, in order to progress it successfully. So this is a very momentous time of a culmination of the healing work you've done, and that has in fact stabilized you. In the present, this is right in the middle of the month, moving towards the end of the month. We have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Swords. This now very exploratory energy that you are activating as a result of this new opportunity, this renewed opportunity, this chance to redo something in a better, more complete way, is really building up your confidence supremely so that you are able to release and tap into your phenomenal passion about this new project, this new way of life, this new experience of life that you're currently having. This new experience of life is building up your confidence to pursue new ideas, new opportunities that seemed to be more effortful, to be harder in the past. Now the ideas are flowing to you quickly. And as a result of this new foundation that you have built, that you have worked very hard to ground your life in, you are recognizing that you can learn so much more. You can become a much better student of new ideas, other people's ideas, opening up to truth, not being afraid of speaking the truth, and of sorting out the variety of information that you receive and that you are opening yourself up to be able to penetrate to what is essential among all this overwhelm of information we all are privy to at this point in our global experience of the world. So you are really shifting the way that you receive and give information so that you're facilitating the essential truths that are at play here and that you wish to implement passionately, with determination, with clarity, in such a way that others are motivated by your actions, by your words, and very much inspired to follow you, to support your ideas, and to give free rein to your creative expression. In the immediate future, we have Death card, we have the Star card, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. This experience of renewal is part of and has helped you to release what is no longer useful to you. It has helped you to release a kind of, I want to say, superficiality to your many talents. And you are characteristically very glib, very open, easily communicative, very good at culling the current information, the top of the surface. And this this ability to respond to the call of spirit, to identify your purpose, the reason that you've selected to contribute to society, to the planet, has really allowed you to let go of that more superficial facade and to glimpse a much larger picture, a more hopeful picture of the way that you can be interacting with your peers, with your co-workers, with your family members in such a way that truth facilitates the progress of something beautiful, something collective, something harmonious. And this is in part based on your ability to maintain faith in who you are, the you that is now responding to the spiritual call to provide service to others, to help others, to redo a situation, an event, or relationship so that it is victorious, it is successful. Understanding how success is achieved around the things that matter. And it is hinging very much on your faith and belief in yourself as you have gone through this tremendous healing process that has taught you a lot about the simplicity of your existence, the clarity of your existence, the purpose of why you were born, with the gifts you were born with. Overall, you have continued to look at your life, to assess and evaluate the way that you have worked in the past, the rewards you have accumulated. And as you have already begun to sort out what of those things that you've earned that are among your rewards that are worth keeping, that are worth holding on to. That is how you are now scrutinizing the way in which you plan to move forward with this new opportunity. So it is, again, something I always say, is that the process itself, the process of healing, the hard work of healing, of scrutinizing your own behaviors, your own thoughts, your own patterns of behavior so that you are able to sort through what is productive. And as you learn through each cycle of healing that you undergo, it sorts and shifts not only what you are pursuing, but the way in which you are pursuing it. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Cups in the middle with the Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. This is a bit of a repeat of what I've been saying. So many opportunities are arising for you at the time. It can be overwhelming. It can also be distracting. And this is more characteristic of your path, your attention perhaps, Gemini. And I don't mean to overly generalize, but the idea of having lots of options and choices, being facile with being able to communicate and interact with a variety of different groups and ideas is being balanced by you at this time with a deeper concern about the way in which your relationships are structured so that giving and receiving are having an equal weight. But you are also aware that as you so often may have played the role on one side of the spectrum or the other, it is now important to you to recognize your ability to occupy all sides, all poles, either side, and all degrees in the middle of giving and receiving as a function of relationships. To recognize that no relationship is equitable or integrated or can sustain the challenges if it isn't synthesized so that giving and receiving by both partners to be able to say on both sides what is truly needed, what is truly desired, what is truly understood so that there is a balance. And this facilitates the ability to give whatever excesses are flowing through your relationship to those who need. And that can even be within the relationship. The balance is something that is eternally worked on and is eternally adjusted, but there's a synergy that happens as a result of two people pulling together. I'm also going to clarify the Star card with the Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. So we have a repeat card here. That's beautiful. That's clarifying to me the way you're working. So you're working very sequentially here, and moving through this evaluation is very much looking at a summary of your relationships and how they inspire you to progress what it is you're doing. The Chariot card is exactly the card of the synergy I was just speaking of in relationships. When you are capable of asking for assistance in whatever way that is works for you, be that to your invisible guides, spirits, ancestors, mother-in-law, sister, whoever you seek that help from, other teammates, co-workers, that provides and gives the universe the message that your passion, you are integrating the two parts of yourself. You are integrating the two phoenixes in this card. For the simple sign of Gemini, we have the twins, right? The mind and the emotions, and that is distinctly what energies we are working through as a collective to advance our intelligence, to open our heart, to be in alignment with what we desire and how we are channeling that energy into successful progress. I'm going to finish off this reading, Gemini, with a botanical inspiration. I'll take what's on top because a whole bunch fell out. And the card on top is the clematis, one of my absolute favorites. The key words are intelligence and mental beauty. Oliver Wendell Holmes said, "Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future." I love that, Gemini. I'm going to leave it here, and thank you for your time and attention. Until next time, namaste.